Hi Aries, welcome to your October General Love Tarot reading. This is your girl, Mermaid Scales Tarot. Thank you so much for joining me here. This is a General Love Tarot reading for the Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and or any other strong placement for the sign of Aries. This is a general reading, so please keep that in mind. To only take what resonates with you and leave what doesn't for someone who really needs to hear these messages. And of course, hi cross watchers, you're very welcome here if you're interested in a Aries. Who wouldn't be? Almost said Leo. Leo cross watchers? No, anyway. You guys, energy is fluid, so if you feel like the roles are flipped or reversed, that's completely okay. You're more than welcome to your own discretion to flip those roles if that resonates with your specific situation the best. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get your reading started. And I like to start off my readings by doing a mini meditation to clear and set the energy, but if you're just here for the card pull, I completely understand. You can go ahead and check out the pinned comment below with all the timestamps. For those of you who are with me now, thank you so much for joining me. It really does help me connect to your energy by doing this. So I'm going to ask everyone to take a deep breath in, and I'm going to ring the sound bowl 3 times, and during that time I just want you to open up your energy to ask the questions you have in regards to your love life, and we'll see what Spirit has to say. So let's go ahead and take that deep breath in. And tune into the energy of Aries. All right, Aries, let's go ahead and see what Spirit has to say for you guys of what's happening in your love life in the month of October. Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, anyone dealing with an Aries, what is going on that Aries needs to be aware of so they can be completely prepared for the month of October. So tell me about this energy that is going to be happening for Aries in their love lives. So first card out we have is Judgment, okay? And it says, soul searching will bring inner peace to many areas of your life. And this is interesting because I almost said Leo, and Leo's reading kind of had some sort of soul searching type of vibe. So if you're dealing with a Leo, or if you have strong Leo in your chart, I suggest checking out the Leo reading to see if there's messages for you there. But I think what's different is that you guys are kind of really starting to understand something here about someone, their behavior. I think it didn't make sense for a long time, but in October, it's going to make a lot of sense. There may be someone that likes to journal, is a writer, you know, as a hobby or a profession. I wonder if there's someone that has like a tattoo script tattooed onto them. I'm seeing them on a rib cage. Maybe it's on their arm. You know, I'm also seeing like a birthmark or a beauty mark that's like on a sexy place of your body. So I don't know if that's around your lips, chest, breast, thigh, but I don't know. It's not for everyone, obviously. But I also see like some letters. I wonder if there was like letters that you guys wrote to each other, letters you've been writing to someone. Maybe that's their thing with you. Maybe really long text messages are about to come through between the two of you to get a better understanding of one another. But I'm hearing you need to hear this. Maybe that's what you're telling them, or that they're going to say to you, but let's go ahead and pull some more cards. There's definitely someone that keeps like a diary, perhaps, and has been writing a lot about this connection or this situation here. Tell me more for Aries. Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Tell me more of what's going on here. Okay, Hagalaz. Powerful rune, and it says, wrath of nature, destructive, uncontrolled forces, especially the weather or within the unconscious, tempering, testing, trial. Whoa. There's unseen forces that are at play here. And I think these unseen forces are really going to shake things up between the two of you that are going to be out of your control, but is going to give both of you a better perspective and understanding. And that's why this shakeup has to happen. And this could even be something that happens outside of the connection. And it's going to see what, if it brings you two together. The letter H is sticking out to me, as in Hannah or Hayden. First, middle, last initial could mean something to someone. But this feels like almost like a tower moment, like a shakeup here that may turn into kind of like the Judgment card, which is like fire energy. You could be dealing with another fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, or Scorpio energy for me as a reader personally. But this is meant to be a huge shakeup, but it's something that is meant to be almost like divine intervention to see if this is the make or break between the two of you in October. Powerful energy. Okay. Tell me more. Okay. So, almost fell off the table. Children. And it says children are important to this partnership. And then we have stability at the bottom of the deck. And it says the relationship can stand the test of time. Ooh, so this does have the potential to withstand any shakeup here. Children's interesting. So this could mean different things, right? It could be the verbatim thing of like, this could involve children. Someone could be pregnant, finding out they're pregnant. It could be that like maybe children and having children was a big issue for someone here. But the other avenue of it all could be that someone's been a bit immature and there's really needed to be like something to shake up someone to make them more mature about this situation here, to see it in a way that could be a loss that they're not even really expecting or weren't expecting. But yeah, even for some of you, maybe it's kind of like introducing this person to your children could be a little bit hard, difficult to navigate. Let's go ahead and pull the tarot and get deeper into this. All right, tell me more about the situation here. Queen of Cups, dead center, Cancer energy. You could be dealing with a Cancer, or someone with strong Cancer in their chart. Seven of Pentacles. I'm going to get all the cards out first, and then we're going to do a deep dive. But yeah, I can see why there needs to be a shakeup here. Things have gotten a little too comfortable, or someone has gotten a little too comfortable with like not as much action in this. And yeah, we'll get into it. Wow. Okay. Bottom of the deck, we have the High Priestess. This makes a lot of sense. Pisces energy, Cancer energy. So there's been a lingering feeling that has been going on between the two of you for some time. You've been picking up on something. And again, I think this person, they like to be mysterious. They like to be complex. They like to keep you guessing. And for a while, maybe that was the situation, but I think you see through this person now. And I think that there's something that your understanding of a pattern that you've been intuitively picking up on that is coming a lot more clearer and is becoming a lot more prominent within this person that cannot be denied anymore. So what's a good example of that? Let's just say like this person can be a little bit distant, but then eventually they'll reach out. And it's like, okay, if they really didn't care, why do they continue to reach out? There has to be something there, even if they don't want to admit it. I think intuitively you guys are really good at picking up on what this person needs, wants, even if they don't say it or vocalize it. You're someone that your energy just kind of soothes this person, but they really want to be independent. So that's the interesting thing about it. This person could always wear hoodies all the time. Maybe even someone wearing a hoodie right now with the hood up listening to this. But I think with this High Priestess here, there was a lot that was undercover that needed to be said that wasn't said for some time or wasn't shown for some time. I do want to clarify this High Priestess to get a little bit more specific here. Tell me more about this High Priestess for Aries. Justice. Whoa. Libra energy. And the Knight of Coins. Virgo energy. Bottom of the deck, the Nine of Swords. Yeah. So something's been moving very slow and too slow for Aries liking. You guys are fast moving. You guys like to just get it done, while someone was just kind of taking it step by step. And like I said, got too comfortable with the pace, maybe thinking that because you weren't saying anything, you were just fine with it. It's starting to make you a little bit worried though, or make you wonder if this connection is going to be worth it. I do feel with the Nine of Swords, if there has been something where you have been a little bit more reflective going in, they've been kind of picking up on that and wondering if that's something they should be worried about. But I think, yeah, what you guys are correct on is that this has been a journey between the two of you, and it's definitely been a damn long one with the Knight of Pentacles. But I think there is something to gain out of this that you feel is coming. With Justice, I think there is something that's going to give you clarity, that's going to give you proof of something that's meant to work out in your favor, even if it looks a little bit rough, even if it has been a little bit rough these last few weeks, months. There's something good to come out of this. And I think both of you guys feel it, and both of you guys are on the same track of wanting to make this work despite some surprises that may have happened, some, you know, realizations about one another that could have worried each other at first. I think with the Knight of Coins, in their own way, they show that they care, but again, it feels more subtle. It doesn't feel so outwardly declarative of their passion and their love, but they do little things that add up. They remember your favorite food and maybe bring it to you, or they, you know, remember things like your mom's birthday and like says like, oh yeah, tell your mom I say happy birthday, stuff like that, right? That I think like you feel and sense that there's something there, but there just needs to be more proof and more clarity with Justice. And someone's kind of picking up on that through you as well. There's a contract that's meant to be fulfilled here. I think both of you feel that way. But it's like how to go about it. I think you guys have differences in that, definitely. Dead center of this, we have the Queen of Cups. Especially in combination with High Priestess, man, someone's intuitive. And I think the intuition has become really sharp in October. I think you guys are claircognizant, especially with this person's energy. And I think you guys know when to say something and when to kind of call them out and when to just let them come into their own. And I think that's the time you're going through in October right now, is like, all right, I pushed this enough. If they're going to do it, they're going to do it. The Queen of Cups is really good at realizing someone's needs and doing what they need to do in order to help that. And I think the best way right now for you guys is to kind of sit back, hold that space for them, and they'll be coming forward. Absolutely. They know you're that comfort zone for them. They know you're that safe space for them. And even if they try to act tough with everyone else, there's a part of them that is so tender and soft with you. And I think if it has been some time since you've seen that with this person, it's going to be shown in October. And they need you right now. They need your comfort right now, especially if there's something that's happening outside the connection that's a little bit rough to go through. I think for a lot of you guys too, with whatever's happening that's kind of shifting the energy to get justice out of this, to get some sort of clarity, completion, or final type of decision in this that has been worrying someone, that has been making them afraid if this isn't going to work. Like, I think the part of what this is going to be the catalyst of and making sure justice is given is emotional vulnerability, emotional availability, and emotional cooperation through something that feels like a shift. An unexpected shift, definitely here. I digress. What's crossing this is the Seven of Pentacles. Taurus energy. So I do feel you guys are hanging out. I do feel that you guys have been like going to each other's houses, have been watching movies, cuddling on the couch. But I feel maybe someone thinks that there's a bit of that spark that has kind of gone in a little dry, or maybe it's just a little plateaued. So if this is a challenge card, I think it's like, how do we remind each other that we still care about each other, that we want each other? I also think with the Seven of Pentacles, if this is like an emphasis card, I think that if there's an outside situation or something being shaken up here, it's for the purpose of kind of reactivating or shifting the energy from something that feels a little bit bland, a little bit routine almost, like almost the connection between the two of you became too expected. This is what's kind of meant to shake up here and take someone a little bit out of their comfort zone actually, and to show you that there's more growing behind the scenes, even if they haven't showed it lately. I don't know. I almost feel like for some of you guys, you haven't heard from this person that they like care about you as much as you need to hear, that they love you, or that they're interested in this with you, and you need to hear those words. What's crowning this is the Four of Wands. Aries energy. Some of you could possibly be dealing with another Aries or someone with strong Aries in their chart. So what you guys do see from this, or are seeing from this in October, I do think there's an event you guys are planning to go to. It's a party, maybe it's a Halloween event, maybe it's, you know, a friend's birthday celebration. And I think that that's part of the situation that's going to help rekindle you guys again, because you're going to have a lot of fun in this. Now with children here, okay, I'm just going to throw this out there. If this was unexpected, like some sort of unexpected pregnancy, I think it's definitely gotten someone emotional. It definitely got someone scared. But through October, what you guys are able to share with each other and open up with the Queen of Cups is going to make them feel a lot more comfortable in going in this with you and partnering this in you, knowing that you guys can make it through it. And that's with, you know, regardless of children or not, but very specifically, I'm seeing that situation here for some of you. Now, others of you with the Four of Wands crowning this, I think that this has been the topic that someone needs justice and clarity on, that maybe the Seven of Pentacles and the Knight of Pentacles has been taking its sweet time, is to like say, are we together? Or is this official? Will you be mine? Will I be yours? Can we start sharing this with people? Can we start showing off that way with other people? And I think in October, they're going to be more comfortable with that as the emotional needs are expressed and told to someone here. And like I said, if this is outside, you know, forces that are at play here within the connection that has nothing to do with inside the connection, I think people are going to see you or see them for you being that strong supporter, that person by their side, that ride or die, that a lot of people are going to say, damn, like that person was there for the other one without a doubt. And definitely the person who's going through it is going to recognize that from you, Aries, or vice versa. It's almost like you guys have that connection of being best friends on top of being, you know, romantically interested in one another. And maybe you guys started off as friends at first, that grew something more intimate. But I think that, and maybe you guys have known each other since you were kids. This could go way back. But anyway, I think with this crowning the whole situation here, it's that we can make this work. I want to make this work, and we will make this happen. If we agree on this, if we just try and we both put the effort, the passion into it, we will withstand any challenges that are thrown at us. I think sex is going to get better too. Not that it was bad, but I think like from this emotional opening, it's going to be a lot more intimate, a lot more physical, a lot more intuitive than maybe what it's felt like the last few times. What's rooting this is the Queen of Pentacles, Capricorn energy. So stability, I think, is what really needs to be rooted here. The trust and the reliance that if I'm there for you, you're going to be there for me. And someone needs that commitment. Someone needs to be shown that that is going to be the factor in all of this, no matter what happens to us. I'll be your rock. I'll be there for you, and I'll give you what you need. And when I'm going through something, you'll have to be there too. And I think in October, that's when it's really going to show, Aries. Someone does see you as husband-wife material here. And even more so with whatever this is going on that has shaken this up a bit. The like practicality of just trying to find a way to get through this, and maybe even someone's providing some financial support, loans. Maybe someone is giving someone a place to stay at until they kind of get things figured out, and it could turn into a moving in situation. I'm hearing union, but almost like it's like a union station, like a train station someone could live by, or like Union Street. I don't know why that's coming up, but it's confirmation for someone. But yeah, really just kind of what's rooting this is to show that we can't be shaken. Things could be thrown our way. Some surprises, definitely. And maybe even some bigger factors of, you know, kind of introducing us to each other's kids, or kind of that growth that we need to do. If you're in on this, if you're serious about it, I'm serious too. And I think that's the understanding that's really happening here in October between the two of you. Recent past, the Sun in reverse. Yeah. So Leo energy. And what I'm feeling from this, Aries, is not so much like a doom type of thing, like you guys aren't ever going to be happy, but there's a period of this connection where you wanted more. And maybe you, like for some of you guys, it kind of got a little numbed out and you needed that warmth again. You needed that recognition again. Maybe summer for those of you in the Northern Hemisphere was like definitely a little bit harder within this connection. Maybe there was more distance. Maybe there wasn't seeing each other as often. And I think for a lot of you guys here, there was someone that was not as awakened to this as you were. And I think that was a hard time to go through because you knew the potential, especially if this was more of like what you were seeing and feeling in an intuitive way. It's like only if I could show them, I don't know what I can do to illuminate this to them, that like this is something that we were meant to experience and have. It's almost like it was hard for them to see it for some time for whatever reason. I do want to clarify the Sun in reverse. Tell me more. Emperor in reverse, yes, that's kind of related to the children, right? Someone was not being grown. Someone wasn't stepping up in the way you needed them to. Aries energy, masculine energy. Tell me more about the Sun in reverse. Queen of Wands, Aries energy. Wow. Bottom of the deck, the Magician. Virgo energy, Gemini energy. Yeah, so we all have masculine and feminine energies within each and every one of us. We tend to be more dominant in one. You're going to have to decipher which one's which. There was a masculine energy that needed to step up, that wasn't holding to their promises, that wasn't doing what they needed to do, whatever that means, to maintain the connection here, to hold accountability and responsibility for what was going on in the connection here. Someone needed to grow up that had a strong masculine energy that was low vibrational. And so Queen of Wands, the feminine energy here, had to kind of, I don't know, like I wonder if like the feminine energy kind of lost their cool, had a little bit of a temper and just called someone out here on how it was making them unhappy, where they were feeling unfulfilled, and just like let it all out to where there was no confusing what this Queen of Wands was feeling at the time in the moment. But I think that was like, you know, the tough love situation with the Sun in reverse that needed to be had. And it was hard words to hear, but they were the words they needed to hear. That I'm unhappy in this, I need more from this. And that could have been a recent discovery on the behalf of the Queen of Wands, or something that literally the Queen of Wands has said. But with the Magician here, this is what's really amazing. So Emperor got too comfortable hearing what the Queen of Wands had to say. It has shifted and has made them say, you know what, they're right, I have to step up. I need to show more. So whatever they were lacking in, because the Magician has all the tools, but let's just say I was lacking in the consistency with the Pentacles. Okay, I need to show I need to focus on the consistency. Or the communication's bad, I need to be a better communicator. Like the Magician really decided, this is what I need to activate within myself and to start implementing, start practicing. If there's a will, there's a way. And if I need to do this to have Aries, then so be it. And I think that's what's adding to the justice here. High Priestess Magician energy is very powerful energy. And I think through what the High Priestess had to kind of maintain and kind of had to hold the space for, is for the Magician to fill it up and finally do something about it. So I think you're going to see a change soon. All right, Aries, to see the likely outcome of this situation, what is likely to happen and unfold from now to the end of the month, you need to be prepared for, aware of. What else can I tell you about this person, this situation? We're going to go ahead and take this to Patreon for the extended reading. I'm going to overturn this card here to show you the likely outcome, pull some more tarot or oracle cards, just dive deeper into this whole reading. So if you guys really felt this was your reading, I promise there'll be more answers and clarity for you in the extended. So if you'd like to join me for the extended reading, open up the description box of this video where you will find the link to Patreon that will take you to the extended reading. But if this is where you depart, Aries, I really hope this reading resonated with you. I hope it's given you the clarity, insight, healing, and guidance that you were looking for by watching this message. And if it has, please let me know. Drop a comment below, hit that like button, don't forget to subscribe. I love you, Aries, very much, and I'll see you next time. Take care, Aries.